Thank you so much, Leon. This morning we are talking about weddings. One of my favorite subjects to talk about. Well, I'm married, of course. You know, and one of the biggest decisions for me was, of course, the church, but where to have my wedding reception. That was a big decision for me. That's why Frances Heinrich, she's called the banquet hall lady. She's joining us this morning to give us some ideas and tips on where we should even begin that process. It was the most difficult process for me was to find a place to have the reception. It's not very easy. I didn't even know where to begin.
Right.
And that's what made it so difficult.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I specialize in. And what I prepared for all the brides today is a quick little questions on what do you do? Where do you start? And of course, you first start on the date. What is your date? What date are you going to get married? And then, of course, you go to the websites and start looking. We have a great website, banquethallsmidsouth.com, and you can find a lot of facilities there and a lot of information there. And what I did is prepared a little quick thing on you first find your date and get that together. Then you find out how many guests do you really think. Now, a lot of girls will go 300. You don't really want to do that. You really want to write down your list of who you really want to come because you might miss a really great venue by saying 250 when you really only had 175. So you really want to get a realistic count on that.
But also be aware that you may say, I'm going to invite 300, but more than likely 300 are not going to show.
It's always usually 20%.
Okay.
Whatever your guest list is, for whatever reason, 20% may not come.
Okay.
Just work or out of town or whatever that might be. So then you want to start making your list of the venues that you're going to work with. Give them a call, find out what they offer. Just compare all of them. Go see those facilities. Ask them questions. What is included? How long is the rental? What are their alcohol policies? What are their catering policies? Now, I have this wonderful packet that we will have at the Mid-South Wedding Show this Sunday. And if they want to come and pick this up, it's a very good, affordable packet. This will be at the Germantown Center this coming Sunday. So for all the girls to come out and see all the wonderful wedding things that we do have to offer. So parking is a huge thing. When you're looking for a particular facility, is kind of look and see how is that going to work. Now downtown they have a lot of great trolley parking, but make sure that your guests can be accommodated with that. So that's really important. Tastings with your catering and your reception sites.
That's big, definitely.
It is big, and our partnership with Stephen Coletta, and you know they are the oldest Memphis run restaurant in Memphis. They actually were founded in 1923. And so we do all of our catering through him, and we do complimentary tastings. It's wonderful.
Something I always tell other brides when you're getting married, you have the right to bargain and debate and say no and say, this is really what I would like to have. Is there any way that we can work with this? You can do that. But a lot of times they get afraid and they just say, whatever you're offering, I'll just take whatever it is. But it's your day.
It is your day. And, you know, when I started this, my whole thing is when a young lady comes to us and she says, I want you to do my wedding. She just told me, I want you to handle the most important day of my life. That's a big responsibility. So, and my whole team takes that to heart, that this is her moment. There's no room for errors. It's got to be right. It's got to be perfect. So you do want to do your homework. You do want to do all of those things and really look at all the things that you have for your facilities. Get the packets, explore them. It's a big investment. And you know what your budget is, and do know what your budget is realistically. And you know, I've had some girls that have come to me and they did a budget and it was really tighter than what they wanted it to be. Wait 6 months. Wait a little bit and get the wedding you want. And so that's also something to think about in our economy today.
I mean, there's so much to think about. Everything from tablecloths to color to decorations. I mean, appetizers. There is a lot to think about. So you really do need to do your due diligence and do your homework.
That's right. Now, also at the Mid-South Wedding Show this Sunday at the Germantown Center, you'll find all those vendors right there in one place where where you can go and sample the food and look at the floral designs and look at the fabrics. Affordable Party Rentals will be there, and they are fabulous. And touch and feel and explore those things. So that would really be a great thing to do.
That sounds good. Sounds good. Well, once again, that Mid-South Wedding Show is going to be this Sunday in Germantown. 1900 South Germantown Road is the address. Frances, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Okay.
Ask questions, ladies. Ask questions, because this, of course, once again, it's their big day.
Right. And if they can't get to the show, if they will go to banquethalls@AOL.com and ask for this sheet, we'll email them a sheet
All
like
the information
this with everything that they need to get started. Complimentary. We'll email it back to them so that they'll have their own little guideline.
Sounds good. Frances,
Okay.
thank you so much for being with us. Stay with us, everyone. We still have so much more to come this morning on Good Morning Memphis. It's your day, brides.